Yes, restoring tools are my passion. Yeah. So here's two examples that I've done, and I should have taken before and after pictures. And I did a short video on this before. We took this one shovel. It's a short shovel, made in the USA. It's a Temper 2, which means it's made in the USA, not in China, which means that the steel on the shovel was tempered. It's US steel and it holds an edge much better. This will cut like a knife. And so what we did is we sandblasted this area and then this area. And then basically what I did is I didn't do a full-on resto on this. The young lady just brought it to have it sharpened. So, but I have to go the extra mile, you know. I just have to be over the top. So we sandblasted it at work with permission. And then I came home and I painted it black, taped it all off. The handle, which I believe is hickory, was extremely, it had a lot of dry rot on the outside. We sanded that off. Also, this handle part here, the wooden part, had a lot of dry rot. So this part of the steel handle we sandblasted, and so I spray painted that with silver, clear coated over it, and then I put lacquer over the wood, had everything all taped off, and yeah, she came out great, and the owner is gonna love it, you know. And this, I would suspect, I mean, if you look at the back, the way that it was welded on like so, I would have to say this shovel's probably from the 40s or 50s, 60s at the latest. But, you know, if you did a full resto, you'd replace the handle. But it looks great, and the person's going to be happy with it, I'm sure. The next example, which I already did show you, but it didn't have an edge on it at the time. Yeah. Is this another made in the USA, tempered, longer shovel? It's probably, I would say, 4.5 foot high. Yeah, almost 5 foot. So it's a longer shovel, and we did the same process with this, cleaning the metal. This little ring around here actually was up and loose. And I was like, what's going on with that? So I had to do some metal bending and so forth, and then had to put it in the vise and then kind of pound this back down, this little collar. And so it's securely fit. If I had access to the spot welders at work, I probably would have put a spot weld there. But it's on there good. And it's got a fiberglass handle, which I went over, and it actually was a little worn here, so you know you could have gotten fiberglass slivers and so forth. So I went over it with some extra fine steel wool and put some polish on it. You know, I cleaned the rubber handle up a little bit. This one's a newer tool, but that has an extremely sharp edge that I went over, and I'm sure that this young lady is going to be happy when she gets this tool back, because that will cut paper. So what we're going to do without further ado, those are the last two projects that I did, and we have actually two sets of loppers. We have this set of loppers, which almost looks like a chain cutter or a, you know, bolt cutter or whatever. And I don't know if this one was made in the USA, but it is loppers. And actually, they're fairly sharp. Well, no, they're not. And they are stained from, you know, cutting limbs and so forth. It's made by Corona. So we're going to clean these up, and we're going to sharpen this. And then the next project that I have, which was just here, yeah, we'll be right back, okay? Yeah. As usual, I'm unprepared. All right, so we're back, and this next set of loppers here, I don't know if these were made in the USA or not, but these are actually pruners, but it says loppers. And if you look at the blade on this, it's got nicks in it and so forth, which tells me, you can see that big nick right there, which tells me that maybe someone was possibly cutting a root out and hit a stone or something. So what I have to do, besides cleaning it up, I have to reface this, but not bring it down too far. All right, I have to take that nick out, and this is kind of like a pair of scissors. You've got a flat side on this side, which goes to a flat side there, and then you actually have the way you sharpen the blade is on this side. So you don't sharpen it like a knife. You only sharpen it like one side of a knife. If you do both, then they won't work. And actually, I tried these out. I hope the young lady doesn't mind. She's going to probably see this video because I'm going to send it to her. But I actually tried them out. They need oiled and so forth, but they cut limbs really good. I was cutting limbs an inch, inch and a half thick that I needed to do. I wanted to test this tool out, and it worked phenomenal. So what we're going to do is we have what's called a die grinder here. Some people call it an angle grinder. No, it's not an angle grinder. It's a die grinder. An angle grinder is much different. If you don't know the difference in the tool, look it up. And we have on here some 36 grit. Some of these tools I'm going to have to actually sharpen by hand because I don't want to get in there. And I own this tool. And I own this, and I work at a machine shop, a metal shop. I'm a fabricator and so forth. I'm a welder. I do a lot of different things there. And someone said, "Oh, just take what you need from the shop, for your project." I'm like, no, 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 no. I mean, what's in the shop is the shop's. That belongs to the owner of the company. And, a couple of the guys were, just take a couple of these home. Nobody will know the difference. Well, yeah, I will know the difference, and so will the big guy upstairs. All right. So I went and I bought these at Harbor Freight. I got them in a 4-pack. We got all this stuff available at work, and they were like, just take whatever you need. I was like, there's no way. All right. All right, so we're going to end this video, and then we're going to come back. This is an introduction here. I hope I didn't bore you guys and gals to death. Yeah, and we may do another video tonight on one of these tools where we, I wouldn't call it a restoration, but kind of a cleaning up and sharpening. So I'm Paul the Tool Guy. Yeah, yeah, I am a tool. Over and out.